Let me ask you to tap into your experience as Secretary of Defense. General James Mattis, Marine General, is being talked about, and as Secretary of Defense. Explain for people why the civilian control of the military is a tradition, and why having a general is a good or a bad thing, or just what kinds of things people should be thinking about.
Well, you know, it goes back to George Washington. There's a great portrait up at the Capitol of George Washington giving up his commission in the military in order to become President of the United States, which I think was a reflection of the fact that it's important to have civilian leadership and civilian perspective when it comes to those issues. Doesn't mean that you can't have a military background. I think that that is important to have that background. But at the same time, in those jobs, you've got to exercise the ability to understand political issues, to deal with broader issues that involve your capability to relate to the American people. And so, yes, having a strong defense background is important, but it's also important to be able to have that ability to understand the civilian side of that job, because both are involved as Secretary of Defense.
You've worked with James Mattis. What do you think about him?
I like Jim Mattis a lot. He's a tough general, spoke the truth, was a good advisor. I trusted his defense judgment. And so I think he's got a lot of qualities that are important to a Secretary of Defense job. I do think that it's important for Congress to talk with him if he is nominated, to make sure that he also understands this civilian perspective, because I think it's important to have that when you become Secretary.